Yeah, another episode today. Working on this N15 Pulsar. I'm actually gonna do the brake pads and rotors because they're squealing, and since it's an automatic, it's just I gotta get them done. So I gotta also do an oil change / do an oil pan gasket. But because I'm so fucking cheap, I'm gonna take the pads and rotors off my SR one because they're still good and swap them over onto that, mainly because I don't want to waste those brakes because I've got a bigger set of calipers to go on the front, so I'll be taking the pads and rotors off this, putting them on this, taking these pads and rotors, putting them on this, because when I rebuild this motor or do something about getting this running again properly, I will be putting upgraded front brakes on it. So I need some bigger wheels for that, but it's all in due time for that one. Now I've just quickly run down to Repco and grabbed myself a filter for it. Apparently this is the one you need. And I'll get this up in the air. I've got both cars up in the air. I've got the wheels off. I got this side caliper off. Don't know if you can see that, but there's not much meat left there. Took the pads off the other one already, and they're basically still fairly new. So I'm just gonna pop those off, put some NICs where it needs to go, pop it back on. You know, I do have the brake separator, like pushing tool, but since these have a hole at the top, you just use a screwdriver and you just pops out, releases itself, and you just pop it up there. Could have rode these pads out a little bit longer, but since this is going to be an L-plater's car, yeah, and I don't want to waste a good set of pads, I have them both here, easy enough to change them, clean everything up with some brake cleaner, and she's all good. I put some copper NICs on the threads here for these hardware bolts, slide pin bolts, just so when you do have to do pads or rotors again, only the bolts do come out nicely. Over here on mine, I just put the pads in. I didn't bother greasing any of it up because it ain't going to be on the road. But bear in mind, I'm just going to, first put my foot on the brake, this is just going to go nothing, then it's going to do something. So, because I know the dude I'm selling it to, I might rebuild these calipers when I get them off and get them powder coated so we can put them on his. This is the easiest side to film. Just do that. Oh shit. That's not good. That's not good. We're missing one already. Ugh. Whoever did these brakes last into a... Yeah, that's not tight either. That's not good. Whoever did these... Just grab a rag. Just wipe that out on one of my fingers. Did these last? I wonder if that is it maybe stripped out a bit, or bolts just come loose. Right in there. The bolt ain't that long, it's just greasy and slippery. Put you up here, grab this bolt, just took out, and C is There's still threads in there. That's good. That's good. So I'll grab a spare bolt I have. Just gonna have to remember I nicked one from it. Pop these out. Just gonna twist, pull. Not much left. Just pull. You know, not screeching there. It would have been the screech, maybe, or the fact that these are just so fucking worn out. It's not funny. That explains the wobble you'd occasionally get under braking. Only one bolt out of two. Seems like gonna have, might to think, yeah, should have another one. One of those. Brake caliper bolt. Don't see any Loctite or anti-seize on it at all. It looks completely dry. Yes, we don't live where rust is, but still, good habit, put some anti-seize on it and do it up tight so it doesn't come off. So I grabbed another one. I just grabbed it off that thing. I'm just gonna have to put a different bolt in there temporarily, because yeah, that's gonna be like I said earlier in the video, that's gonna get bigger brakes, and they're two different. They use a fucking long slide pin type thing instead of a short bolting into a slide pin on the back here. It sucks, but means I have to so I have to get wheels and everything. Oh, money what I don't have. Yay. So I've looked in my box of bolts so I can find stuff the correct length, wrong thread pitch. I could find stuff yay long, correct thread pitch, but no threads anywhere near that end. So I'm gonna have to go to the bolt store and grab another one. Just been to the bolt store for that hardware bolt and I've put it on my car. It's only going to be temporary. I've also noticed one of these studs was shorter, like much shorter, so I had a spare stud. I put it in. It's obviously another day because it rained. I was going to start doing an oil pan on this. I got I start unbolting the exhaust and starting to rain. Don't know if you can really see, but it's a bit on the seepy side. I don't want it to leak. Got an old pan what I've prepared earlier. Let's see if it's inside of it. It's fairly good, but I just cleaned it, then fucking heated it, and then painted it. So I've now drain the oil out of this. Have to go to Repco because this filter wrench, trying to get it onto the filter what's on the car, and it's just too small, but it's right size for this filter, which is slightly bigger. So I have to go get a fucking one of these or a kit of these. You know, probably just get the kit, even though I already got two of the fuckers. Get the kit, call it good. Put the sticker on it. So I've got the oil just dripping out at the moment. Make sure all of it's out. So 235,000 Ks, still has an original PCV. I've got this other one, it's not clogged. I've got to try and get this one off. Without damaging the hose or the grommet. Come on, get off there, you bugger. Shit. Ooh. Sounds like it's working, but it's a bit gunky. So I bought this other one here for that one when it still had the GA in it, because I think, oh yeah, that might fix my problem. But it did not fix my oil burning problem, because it fucking smoked itself. So much oil is coming out. So hopefully, one of those gives this engine a little bit more life. Probably didn't need to replace it, but better to anyway. So I've gotten the bracing off and the whatever you want to call this off. Basically this is bone dry. Doesn't look like the rear main seal's leaking, which is good. Maybe the front main's leaking, but I can I'll clean that up, and then when it comes in for another service, I will look and go, doesn't need it. If it does, order it and get it and do it, because it's real easy to do. It looks like it's had belts recently, but I've got to get some aircon belt for it. Just went ahead and got the oil pan off. It's not much to see, you know. And slight concerning. Probably oil pan hasn't been off ever, so maybe that's the normal amount of metal flakes, but I don't think so. Under here I've gone through and wiggled the rods and had a look up in there at the cylinder bores, and the ones I can see without spinning the motor over look okay. The oil pickup's not clammed full of stuff, so I've just got to scrape the old RTV off, get the new pan, or used refurbished pan, slap it on, can put the exhaust back together, and set it back down on the ground and wait. Well, I've got this oil pan on, let's sit for an hour or so. Oh, check tightness. It's on. Got now bloody. Where did I put my ratchet? Yeah, that's ratchet. Fucking. When I put this on, that bolt, that bolt, that bolt, that bolt, that bolt, that bolt, so on and so forth. Making sure it's tight. Just sat for an hour. When I was taking the exhaust off, accidentally broke that stud there. So I've got to get that out and figure that out. This stud's threads aren't so good. So what I might do is when I put it back together, I might put some exhaust gasket RTV on there, just for the hope and prayer. This part of the day, and I'm about to weld a nut onto a stud. So I got that stud out. Now, first attempt didn't go so well. Second attempt, I got it perfect, and she got nice and hot, and penetrating oil, and my impact on it, and just gently fucking walked her out. Found a spare one, so it's good. Now I gotta put that back together and put that on. I'm gonna put some ultra copper gasket maker exhaust on both of them, just to pray they don't leak. So back under this, I've put the exhaust on, put this plastic cover on. Now I just gotta wait for the RTV to fully cure for 24 hours, which would be sometime tomorrow. I'll put oil in it and start up. Make sure she doesn't just puke it out. What else has got to do on the list? I've got seat covers from inside, or later change this battery out at some point, you know, because it's like pretty resourceful, but terrible, 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 terrible. Look how terrible that is. Had to break out the WD-40. Just filled it up and put oil on it, giving it a bit of a clean. So I've got to go for a test drive now. I'm going to put the service sticker up. Yeah, I'll go for a test drive and that'll be it. Thanks for watching this video.